Good morning. Good morning. It's 9 o'clock, August 9th, 2024 on a Friday. I will confess, I accidentally saw Brian's first joke and had a little hesitation before I got it. I know the second joke is there and I saw a piece of what it had to do with, but I haven't read the whole thing. We'll see how this goes. Let's see, what else do I got to? Well, I know my monitoring screens on Big Beast Build. I have what am I doing with that up? Why is that up? On Big Beast Build, my screen number 1 and screen number 3, the show started. It started playing even though I have uBlock Origin active on Big Beast Build. So that did not confirm the symptom that people have been reporting, but I still think it's your mileage may vary on Baby Beast. But here's Baby Beast. It started playing, and that one I have uBlock Origin turned off for YouTube. When I had it turned on for YouTube back a few days ago, we saw that it never did start. So yeah. Then I will pop out chat and go deal with the jokes of the day and see how I do. I'm making it bigger and I still haven't read his second joke. Hello, Alice. Martin Hogg says it makes mention of Dixon of Doc Green, an old UK police series. So I went and pulled that up to see what it is. Sorry, does not look like it would float my boat. Doug, hope you enjoyed the video. That would be referring to the ship. It was a steamship, right? Yeah. He gave me two videos on separate days. I watched through most of the first one, kind of skipped a little bit. And the second one, I kind of skipped around a lot more, and not really floats my boat, although it was a boat video. So, but thanks for sharing. And any of you are welcome to share links to things that, float your boat or that you like. Alice responding to the Dock of the Green, saying it ran for a long time. Martin, it certainly did. Impressed that you remember Jack Warner. I presume that was an actor or a character. Interesting show. Here's Brian Life. Who stole the cork from my breakfast? W.C. Fields. I read the W.C. Fields, and then it took half a beat to catch that. Cork from his breakfast, because he famously drank alcohol a lot for breakfast anytime. Mike Wojcik, hello. Brian Lightfoot, when you reach the I saw the word crossroads. I still haven't read the rest of it. When you reach the crossroads, take it. Yogi Berra. I don't think it's a joke. When you reach the crossroads, take it.
Chris Garrett said Jack Warner sitting in the corner.
Well, that was Jack Horner sitting in the corner, not Warner, but and then a little pun there. Jack Horner, that was the spider thing. Whatever. Yeah, I can't quite remember the rest of it. Children's nursery rhyme kind of thing, I think. So when you reach the crossroads, and then Frosty Winnipeg says, if you reach the picnic basket, take it. Also Yogi Berra. Yeah, I'm not quite sure on that. Yogi Berra, like he was a coach, right?
Brian Lightfoot said, ask ChatGPT.
Ask ChatGPT regarding, this here. Well, ChatGPT, does that even function anymore? Well, maybe it does, because I've been using the Microsoft thing lately. Okay, so here, let's see what it says about that. Classic Yogi Berra quote, his sayings often blend wisdom with humor in a unique way. The idea of taking a crossroads, despite its seeming contradiction, highlights the importance of making choices, embracing the journey, no matter how clear the path might be. It's a reminder that every decision Even if it seemed unconventional, it can lead to new opportunities and experiences. But here's what Doug did in my head. When you reach a crossroads, take it. Well, crossroads is a road crossing your path. You could go straight, you could go left, you could go right. So take it. Take what? Straight or left or right? What do you mean? That's what Doug responds to that. When you reach a crossroads, take it. Which way?
Ken Stoutlevis said, "Are you avoiding the elephant in the room with the so-called redirect?"
No, Ken, I did accomplish the redirect today. I've got a redirect set. I have a redirect set for Carrie Holzman's show today, but I did almost make a mistake. Oh, no, I did make a mistake, but I discovered it and corrected it.
Ken Stoutlev said, it should not today.
Not today. Well, he doesn't have a show today, I guess is what he's saying. But anyway, I have already scheduled tomorrow's show, the Saturday show, but I scheduled it after you got the 30-minute notification for this show. So the situation Alice experienced yesterday where she saw my next day's show, today's show, before she saw yesterday's show, shouldn't happen. But when I did the redirect for Carrie's show today, I accidentally applied that redirect to tomorrow's show for his live stream today. But I fixed that. Now, yesterday, I put in an explanation in Ken Stout's chat.
Chris Garrett said at the crossroads, "Turn around and go back where you came from."
Okay, Chris. Well, check your maps, check your GPS for which way to go. I've done that a lot, particularly when I was hiking up on that last hiking trip.
Ken Stout Live said, "Oh, let me spell this out for you. Yesterday, you claimed to have set up a redirect to my stream." No one got a redirect, except 2 people who went to an older Carrie show.
I don't think that was actually a redirect that they got to Carrie's show. I think that was a suggestion. I think that was YouTube's suggestion. I don't think that was actually a redirect. Highly doubt it. But I explained that. In the chat of Ken's premiere yesterday and got no reaction, no response. Nobody even acknowledged that I spoke. Maybe it's because I'm not currently a member, because I demonstrated how to unmemberize. But anyway, I put into his chat that I blame it on him because I got distracted with his aspect ratios. I got all distracted with that and didn't finish doing the redirect. Yeah, I thought I had done the redirect, honestly.
Ken Stout Live said yes, but then you did rejoin on another of the Dougs, remember?
Yeah, the DougBetts, I think one of my Yahoo channel. I think I made the membership on that. So let's see. Should we go make right by that? This is not what I'm supposed to be doing during this show, by the way. I'm supposed to be dealing with Windows issues.
Ken Stoutlev said, "Oh, you are a Yahoo for sure."
Yeah, Yahoo, you mean? Let's see, if I come over here, join. I go click join this channel, $99 a month. That's all it costs, people. Renew membership. And then pay with that Visa number. Yeah, go ahead and try using my Visa card with that much information. See how far you get. It's great to have you a member. Perks unlocked. Look how he spells that. Unlocked. Okay, Doug, get back on track. Come on, get back to it. Yeah, I got stuff. I got channel
Ken
comments.
Stout Live said, "Wait, can you go back? I only got 2 dots copied."
2 dots. It was 3 dots. Just put a 3rd dot. That'll get you the credit card. Channel comments. Darren Gilholm, aka Mr. Book, said, "Good one. This is regarding my hiking, my last hiking. And did I have that? Did I leave that up somewhere? Yeah, this one. And this is where I was demonstrating 6 eyes. You know, some of you, when you're wearing glasses at school, you got teased as being 4 eyes. Well, this was me with 6 eyes, wearing 2 pair of glasses, sunglasses, and my magnifiers so that I could see the cell phone. Get back to channel comments. So thank you, Darren Gilholm. Appreciate you making comments. I do. Chris Garrett, Bobby is going to have to
chat,
pay.
please.
Let's see what that is. Alice, she gives us a link. I'll come back to that in a little bit. Chris Garrett, Bobby is going to have to pay the $65. You know what? Yes, just get over it. Get over it. That's less than what the internet connection costs per month. Just pay the $65, get your outlet. If there is no outlet, then it is best that Spectrum installers do it. I agree with that. I'd rather have them do it than the apartment manager, because you don't know. So yeah, I'd rather, and that is cheap. To have an electrical person come out and install a wall jack, that is cheap. That's a no-brainer. You should just do it, Bobby. Stop trying to find a cheap way around it. That way, if something goes wrong in the future, it will be covered. They will charge more to fix if something should happen. It's not in the 80s and 90s anymore. I think what he meant, it's not going to be $80, $90. It's going to be way more than that. If something goes wrong, you have to have somebody come out and fix it. That is not expensive. Just get over it. I wish I would have thought of that during yesterday's show, really. So, and then Tony Wallow is saying, yeah, really, do that. I'm assuming that's what he meant by really. That's all of those. I don't need to do any timestamp replies. You got your hearts and your thumbs ups for all of those. I'll go over to Held Review, see if there's anything there. There's not. Back to the Publish tab. There's nothing else new there. Then do I have in? Yeah, I do have some stuff lined up in emails to reply. This one surprised me. Oh, I got to go back and read chat.
I meant it's not in the 1980s. It's 2024.
Oh, you meant that you were referring to the year. I'm not quite sure how that just pay the money. It's not 1980s. Why? Maybe because back in 1980s or 90s, you would resist spending that amount of money. I'm not sure. But anyway, Alice said, read chat for this ZDNet article. She brings us industry news often, which cookie settings. You're going to make me do cookie settings. Turn off targeted, turn off social media, confirm my choices. You can upgrade your old PC to Windows 11, even if Microsoft says it's incompatible. Here's how. Yeah, we've known about that for a long time. It's a bit risky because you don't have any assurance whether that's going to be turned off later down the road. All right, now back on track. Yeah, this email. Remember the old, you get them in the U.S. mail? The prince from Africa's got all this money, needs help cashing it in. This is actually from Africa, Bank of Africa. Ibrahim Salif. I want you to help me in receiving the sum $27,200,000 into your bank account. This fund was deposited in the bank here by a foreign customer who died accidentally alongside with his entire family members many years ago. Nobody had asked for this fund till now. Please contact me through my private email address. So there he is. There's his email address. I'm making that publicly available on YouTube. If any of you want to go get rich, have at it. Good luck to you. Chat from yesterday, Danielle Emberley. There's an internet site I go to where I think they really messed up moving to a new site. Photos take up most of the space on the site, requiring a huge amount of scrolling to read any text. Didn't notice that during yesterday's show. Please, if you see somebody asking a question or bringing up something like Danielle, put in a read chat 921 because I'm showing the timestamps, or Danielle Emberly, or Danielle, you could have done an exclamation C on the next line, please. Because I don't think anyone really respond. Well, yeah, they did a little bit, but my response to that is try changing the zoom value. Try zooming down and zooming up, and yeah, they probably messed up, but perhaps that'll make it readable if you just change the zoom level, or just maximize your window. Yeah, they didn't design it well, so you might be able to do some workarounds to be able to get through to that. So yeah, she is in chat. I'll go see what else I have. Oh, Ken Stout show last night. Not show last night. This is during one of his other, I think this was his live. Well, let me go show it here. I did this clip. I'll unmute
Click on
it.
this, your inspector pops up over here. They say you can change the color of these balls, all basic stuff. That looks to be the background to me.
Okay, so here when he's saying they say you can change the colors. At that point, Ken, I'm curious if you go do that, test this right now. You're looking at scene color that you're changing, and then you demonstrate background color. But during this video, you never did demonstrate ball color. And I'm thinking maybe you had already checked on that. Let me turn my picture off. This ball color section there, you didn't demonstrate that during this video. Will that do it? If you go click on that, are you able to change the ball color? I'm asking for a friend. The friend wanted me to ask you to try that and see if that'll do it. I saw all three of your, I saw your premiere, I saw your pop-up live stream, and I saw last evening's chat. Oh, and Chris Garrett had something from in last, oh yeah, Chris Garrett mentioned about the reason why he said that I was late in yesterday's chat. And my timestamp said his comment came in at 8:59. And he explained that what he did is when watching, you know, the countdown to the live stream, about a minute before it reaches 0, YouTube will switch to saying waiting for host or whatever. But the time hasn't actually hit yet. It's because it doesn't count all the way down the last few seconds. We do see that happen on premieres. If the person has put in one of those intro things that does a countdown, those do accurately count down. But for live streams, if you watch the time that it says until the live stream, when it gets down to 1 minute, or I think I've even seen it as much as 2 minutes, it switches to the waiting for a host. So thanks for explaining that on Ken's show last night, Chris, and I did catch that. I have an update for you on the printing legal pleadings. I did some troubleshooting on that yesterday, and somebody mentioned in chat about how the courts require electronic filings. And I thought, yeah, that's right. What about that? So I asked them about that. What I found out, let's see, what do I, it is not one of those courts that require electronic filings. What they are filing legal pleadings with.
Zvi Manor said, tell your friend that Ken tried that.
As V says, Ken did try that. And tried the ball color adjustment and it didn't work. I'll get back to Ken's chat messages in a minute. Stick on the track. It's a garbage truck going by right now. Oh, legal pleadings. Yeah, the courts require electronic filings. Well, these legal pleadings are being filed with the Workers' Comp Appeals Board. They do not require electronic filings. And if you want to do electronic filings, they are available, but you have to jump through a lot of hoops and pay some money to be able to do that. Well, this office has just opened up, so they are currently doing all of their filings by printing out the legal pleadings and going in person. So I showed her how to use the Microsoft Print to PDF. When you go select a printer, you can choose the printer called Microsoft Print to PDF. I think that's the name that they use. And that's been on all Windows editions for a while now. And it didn't used to work very well, but it works pretty well now. And what you'll be able to do is you can choose a folder and a file name that you want to print that to, and it saves it. I taught her to save it to her desktop because she's just going to print it and then delete it from her desktop. And that works perfectly. So that issue is resolved. I did do further troubleshooting with it. I think I told you yesterday that one of the computers in the larger law office was in 2017 able to print reliably over and over. Well, I tested that computer yesterday, printing to the copy machine and printing to a local printer, and it failed every time. However, out of 10 tries to each printer, 5 of those tries, it counted through the page numbers, which I previously had been told by another employee of the law firm that if you see the page numbers, if you don't see the page numbers, it won't print. I mistakenly took that to mean if you see the page numbers, it will print. Not true. In subsequent questioning, I found out that if you see the page numbers, that means it might print, not that it will. So on this computer that in 2017 was reportedly able to print every time, now to each of those 2 printers, 5 out of the 10 times it shows the page numbers, but it never printed successfully. So I went back and I tried creating a brand new case, and I found where the template files are inherited from, and I found the codes in the document that institute or call up the legal pleading. Did not find the solution within the program, but the workaround is sufficient. And turns out the reason why they haven't been complaining about this, Doug, I need you to fix it, is because most of their filings are done electronically, and the program is able to communicate electronically with the electronic filing system. So it's not like they're frequently trying to print legal pleadings as I thought that they were. So that issue is done and over with. Now, let me get to chat.
Brian Lightfoot said I'm writing a book. So far, I got the page numbers done.
Yeah, so here's back about Ken. Doug 1, Ken 0 on something. I was testing Doug. He was testing me in regards to score Doug 1, Ken 3.141. 3.141, not 3.145. Right? If I remember right. He always comes up with 145. He's done that many times. Tell your friend that Ken tried that. Let's see if there's any more. Should you want a quickie live stream to show how the color of the balls do or do not change? Butter pie in chat. Butter pie. Butter pie. Say that word 3 times. Butter pie, butter pie, butter pie. That's kind of a fun sounding word. Butter pie in chat. Put a pie in chat. If you want a quickie, I'll take your word for it that when you click on the ball color, it still doesn't do it. I'm accepting that you have done that. 925. Lawn Dog, was there any other questions in here? Issues people having?
Ken Stout Live said it is 2024 as was pointed out by Chris, thus the number is 3.4564.
Yeah, troll that. Danielle, to Lawn Dog, recently purchased Benedetto 16B guitar, running out of room for guitars. Yeah, I knew he meant put a pie in chat. I just wasn't going to admit that. Steve McCurr, I asked a question earlier. Should I repeat? I'll go find it. What you should have done is put a exclamation mark C so to get me to find it. I have a question. Can you recommend an HDMI video splitter for 1 input and 3 outputs? So you want the same image to go out to 3 monitors because the computer's not going to be able to distinguish between those monitors. I have done exactly that back when I had my old computer at the aviation center for flight simulator, and what the computer could do is it didn't address those separately, but it treated them all as one monitor, so it was able to spread the image across all 3 monitors, and should be able to come up with that. See what my brand name was. It was like these. Looked a lot like one of these. I don't have a reason to recommend one brand over the other, but the idea behind these is when you want to have one screen spread across 3 or 4 monitors, like with the flight simulator, it was so they could look. We had an IR device mounted on somebody's head and receiving units on the monitors so that it could tell where they're moving their head. So as they're flying the plane, they can look around in the cockpit. They can look down at the floor. They can look up at the controls on the top. They can look around. They can lean forward and look back through the windows to the scenery on the ground. And the particular brand that I had, you know what, that was 12 years ago. I'm sure I would recognize it if I saw it. And so far, I haven't seen the brand name. But I have no reason to specifically refer you to that one. What are you trying to accomplish? Can anyone recommend an HDMI video splitter for 1 input and 3 outputs? Yeah, all of these do that kind of thing. This one's go to 5 outputs. Those are all HDMI. And let's see, it takes a mini USB on the other side for this one. So I think you're best off looking through the comments. Find one that meets what you want, meaning the 1 input, 3 outputs, like this one. That's all HDMI. Now this one's really cheap, so be very careful about that. And depending upon now this is upgrade. What does that mean, upgrade? How can a piece of hardware be called upgrade? 3 in, 1 out. But definitely read the descriptions about it and read the reviews. Works better than advertised, but only one direction. Well, yes, of course, one direction. What do you think you were going to do? Take 3 computers and go to 1 monitor? No. Is that what you were thinking? I guess there are ways to do that. 3 computers to 1 monitor. Did somebody ever want to do that? Yeah, I guess so. Sure, if you got rack. Oh, Kurt, that's a KVM switch. It's a KVM switch. Of course you would do that. So let's see if...
Ken Stoutlive said, did you say 3 in and 1 out? Please scroll back to the top.
And see, I don't know if he's trolling me with that question. I can't ever tell when his questions are sincere. Did you say 3 in and 1 out? Scroll back to the top of the... to the top of what?
Ken Stoutlive said, legit question.
So this one, 3 in and 1 out. Are you referring to this question? Yeah, this is somebody complaining that it only works in one direction. Yeah, 3 computers in, going out to 1 monitor is what he's asked. Let's see, 3 in, 1 out, works exactly as advertised. Even, well, this person said that wrong. I also tried outputting. Unit requires the switch works only one direction.
Ken Stout Live said, scroll up to the top of this page, please.
This page. All right. Switch 3 in, 1 out. Oh, this one is doing 3 in and 1 out. Oh, yeah, this is not the one he wants. He wants 3. He wants 1 input out to 3 monitors. Yeah, okay, this one is 3 in and 1 out. Oh, that complainer was wanting to turn this switch around the other direction. Yeah, so that's not the device that he wants. He wants 1 in, 3 out, like this one. 1 in, 3 out. Yeah, so these are all outputs. So this is showing input from any of these devices and output to any of these devices. And you know what? Can they be? Yeah, because of the software. Yeah, I'm going to eat my words a little bit. I think with driver software for that device, can they be individually addressed?
Ken Stout Live said I must apologize. I am still brewing my coffee and am yet a bit groggy.
Okay. Apology accepted. Yeah, but I don't have a specific one to refer you to. You need to find something that fits your specific needs and has good reviews and you like the price. Here's 4 in, 2 out, so that's going to be a lot more expensive. These things are not very expensive at all. You know, you can always buy it and return it if you don't like it. So, does that move you any further along, Steve? Spanning across 3 monitors is what he's seeking for one of his teachers. Oh, okay. I think, aren't you tech support for a school? Yeah, those are really inexpensive. So read the details about the unit and the reviews. And because they're so inexpensive and because you can return them, don't stress about the choice. And my recommendation, don't try to compare all of them. Don't go reading through the description and the comments on all. Get to the first one that looks like it'll do the job, get reasonable comments, and just buy it. Just buy it. Pull the trigger. All right. I'm going to go ahead and shut down because I got a funeral to go to at the top of this next hour. Sorry, Brian. I already got you covered. Nice try. You can watch this video, see how to get free support through this YouTube channel. You can watch this video, see how to get paid support from me directly in private sessions. You can watch this video to see how to turbocharge your troubleshooting experience by interacting with this channel. And this is a recent video on my channel. Have a great Friday, everybody. I am planning a show for tomorrow. Catch you later. Goodbye.